الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب واحلم يجعل له وجه أحمده سبحانه وتعالى وأشكره وهو أهل حمد وثناء وأشهد أن لا إله إلا وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله ومصطفى اللهم صل وسلم على عبدك ورسولك محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. Alhamdulillah bil alamin. We thank Allah Almighty. And you have to realize that Allah Almighty's mercy is ever active. His wisdom is ever active. His power is ever active. His blessings are ever active. His favors are ever active. And so when we are gathered, Allah Almighty knows who He is gathering. And so Allah Almighty uses His servants to give to us what we are in need of for our iman, for our faith, for our wisdom, for our understanding, for us to be on purpose and to know why we're here and what to do while we are here, and to be able to do what we were sent here to do. This is very, 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 very special. It's always special when one shuts off the chase of dunya to receive something of akhirah. Because the only way that we don't know of the unseen is because of a veils. Not that it doesn't exist. You have the alternation night and day. These are signs. Allah Almighty wants us to live a life of being able to be in contact with barzakh. Barzakh is that plane of reality that when someone leaves this world spiritually, physically, and they're under the ground, that part of them that's connected to everything, another realm of reality. If that person was someone who was facing their ego, who was gaining a power over their ego, that is a person that did not leave this world without knowing their Lord. That person, before leaving their Lord, knew of the prophets, knew of the friends of Allah or the saints of Allah Almighty. Because Allah Almighty removes those veils off of those who are seeking and asking for real faith. There are two kinds of faith. There is imitation faith and there is real faith. That real faith, nothing blocks real faith. Darkness cannot block real faith. Veils cannot block real faith. It gives you a view into the akhirah, to the unseen. Time and space does not affect it. Cause and effect does not affect it. Without it in this life, we are deaf, we are dumb, and we are blind. And life really has no meaning, true meaning, and taste and sweetness. Why do we like to eat good food? And even if it's food that it's not good for us, if it tastes good, we like the taste. Where Iman gives a taste that cannot be described by the tongue. The taste of Iman can only be described through the heart. And so those who are in the presence of those who have Iman, they begin to feel the sweetness and the satisfaction of a divine connection. When Musa alayhi salam was asking Allah Almighty, is there someone with a higher level station than myself? And Allah says, yes, and I'm going to set a meeting for you to meet this person. And so Musa alayhi salam set out with one of his companions to meet at a place that Allah told him that it will be a place in which it will be the stream going one way, it's going another way. It will be a different, you will find different streams going in different directions. And Musa and his companion forgot about the place. Shaitan had made them forget, and so they had to go back because Shaitan had made them to forget. Then came Khidr alayhi salam. Allah says, someone whom I have trained from divine presence. It's weird to think about. Musa alayhi salam is the prophet of Allah Almighty. He was able to talk to Allah Almighty, dialogue with Allah Almighty. Yet there were still levels he had not reached that he did not understand. But he could not reach it except by a guidance. He could not receive that Iman, that sweetness of faith, except through the hearts of someone who had it in their heart. Musa alayhi salam knew the law. He was strict in law. But that did not mean that he had the ability to commune with those in Barzakh. The previous prophets that had preceded him. Those believing people, their spirits. Because no spirit dies. It's either functioning from a very, very low vibration of misery or very, very high vibrations of happiness and joy and favor and presence with Allah Almighty. This is so phenomenal and beyond literacy, because the Prophet, peace be upon him, was illiterate. But the abilities that he had, 1,500 years ago, he was able to see from 1,500 years ago to the day and to tomorrow and to many eternal tomorrows. Why? Because Allah Almighty is eternal. We have to understand that part of ourselves that does not begin, it does not end.